The purpose of this short video is to explain FTE RU staff what is the capacity strategy and what does it mean for them. A capacity strategy is the first deliverable of the TTR program, which should be created by the infrastructure managers. A capacity strategy is a paper or a PDF document that should give you an outlook on the infrastructure in the horizon of 3 to 5 years, so you can reflect this information in your business plan. The capacity strategy consists of several information. Firstly, there should be information about the planned infrastructure investments and how they will affect the available capacity. Secondly, you should know the strategical principles for planning maintenance and temporary capacity restrictions, or shortly TCRs. That's not about timings of particular TCRs, but about the strategical principles. For instance, is on line from A to B better to do the TCRs during the night periods, or is it better to focus on the summer holiday periods? The next are so-called strategical timetable goals. What does it mean? On the passenger side, it might mean some kind of targeted timetable travel times between city A and city B. On the freight side, it might mean, for instance, maximum dwell time for freight trains at a certain border station. Last but not least, you should get also an overview of the expected traffic flows, either in a form of an hourly pattern or a daily figure. But many countries have similar capacity strategies, so what is actually different with TTR? It is the international aspect. The infrastructure managers are obliged to harmonize these capacity strategies between themselves. Also, the same time frame is introduced for all the networks in order to allow the harmonization. By this we can prevent that in one country the strategy is fixed, while in another one it's only in the state of creation. There should be also a standardized European structure for all these capacity strategies in order to allow easier orientation for the stakeholders, something similar that you are currently already used to with the network statements. Last but not least, a very important issue, the strategies will be published also in English. That will allow you to get access or actually to be involved in the capacity strategies abroad, or in the network where you do not speak the local language, or in the network where you usually operate in the partnership and not on your own license. There are several groups of stakeholders who should be involved in the creation of the capacity strategy. The first group are so-called competent authorities. They should be involved by the infrastructure managers from the very beginning in order that they can define their political requirements and apply their policies. Those are ministries of infrastructure, ministries of transport, infrastructure funds, regions, municipalities, and their transport associations and organizers of the public service obligation trains. The second group are terminals and service facilities which are connected to the railway network. Naturally, very good cooperation with other infrastructure managers is needed in order to ensure alignment. And last but not least, those are you, railway undertakings, but also non-RU applicants and the entities with interest to request capacity. You as RU should know that according to the RNE European TTR implementation plan, the first capacity strategies should have been published by the infrastructure managers in June 2022. The capacity strategies for timetable 2026 should be created, harmonized and finished in the second half of this year. You can find more information in the network statements of the infrastructure manager in the harmonized chapters 492 and 493. And there is also an RNE capacity strategy handbook which describes the framework, how a capacity strategy should be created and how it should look like. Some of the infrastructure managers already published the capacity strategies for timetable 2025 and they are available on the central website of RailNet Europe. You can access them by clicking on the link in the description below. What does it mean for you? You should inform relevant staff in your company or forward them this video. You should check the capacity strategies for timetable 2025 and in case they are not available on the public website, you should ask for the strategy the infrastructure managers. The draft capacity strategy shall be open for remarks and questions, not only to railway undertakings, but also to other sector actors. Make sure you are aware of this right, and if not, ask the infrastructure managers when and in which platform the draft capacity strategy consultation will take place. And last but not least, establish a regular internal process, so you are aware of the capacity strategies and you are checking them regularly and providing the remarks. We hope you found this short explanation helpful. In case you have a LinkedIn account, we recommend you to follow us, so it is easier for us to reach you with new information.